So first, we're going to be getting into the job availability. As of recently, the job availability for IT help desk jobs has gone down over the past few years. In 2020, there were about 370 people, 70,000 people that were actually fulfilling IT help desk jobs. Obviously, in 2020, with remote work, a lot of these IT jobs were, going up a lot, and a lot of people had jobs, especially remote jobs. Now there's only about 290,000 people in IT help desk. So those are jobs that are already filled. That went up, that went down about 25% over the past couple years. And in 2024, there are about 85,000 job openings for IT help desk. That is in the United States. So I'm only using United States statistics. So if you're in a different country, it's going to be different where you live. 85,000 job openings. So first, we gotta say about half of those are probably not entry level, because this is not just saying entry level help desk. This is just the help desk, I guess, job market in general. So it's not just the entry level jobs, it's also maybe the mid level help desk jobs that expect you to at least have a couple years or some experience in IT. I would say out of those 85,000 jobs, maybe half of them are entry level friendly, I guess, people who are new to IT. So let's just say about 50,000 job openings for IT help desk that are entry level. That is being generous, and you got to think about how many people are applying for these jobs, which is what we're going to be getting into next. But and also, with AI being a consideration now in 2024, AI is not getting rid of help desk jobs, but it's also kind of making the workload of help desk a little less, meaning that you don't need as many people to do help desk. Pretty much, I wouldn't say AI is to blame for the job market currently, but definitely it has made some employers reconsider on how they actually treat their IT. So now let's get into the competitiveness of actually finding a help desk job and applying. So out of those 80,000 jobs, let's say 50,000 of them are entry level. If you go on LinkedIn or Indeed or Monster, wherever you go, you're going to see sometimes how many people are applying for these jobs. I know whenever I go on LinkedIn, it's always 100 plus for almost every single position that's entry level. So every entry level position has enough people applying to it. I never really see too many positions, unless it is like wonky hours or the pay is really low, have less than 100 applicants. So you got to think, whenever you're making your resume, whenever you're applying, you're going against 100 plus, maybe thousands of people applying for the exact same job as you. You need to keep that in mind when you are applying for IT positions, that you're applying against so many other people who may have more skills, may have better soft skills, may have more certifications. So make sure you market yourself well and your resume is well made. So now that we talked about how many people are applying for these jobs, let's talk about the hiring manager side. There's over 100 people plus 1,000 people maybe applying for one job. Do you really think the hiring manager is looking through all 1,000 of those? I don't think so. For a lot of companies, maybe some, a lot of companies will still look through them, but to save time and especially money, because time is money in these industries and they only have a certain amount of people who can look through these resumes all day. They don't want to do that. What they do is they use an ATS system, which is an applicant tracking system. What it does is when you submit your resume, it'll format it and it'll see all your data. And depending on how you format it, it'll read it and say this applicant's good or it's not. It'll, read through your experience, your certifications. But if it's not formatted where it can read it properly, it's just going to throw it out. It's going to throw it out immediately and not even consider you. So first, what I would do if you're looking at your resume is make sure it's ATS friendly. I'm going to show you guys a course that will teach you how to make an ATS resume here in a little bit. So if you guys are interested in getting to IT help desk, wait until the end because I'll be sharing that with you guys. If you go on Google and look up ATS resume checker, it'll show you what your score is. So if your score is low, that means it's probably not readable by the tracking system. So what you need to do is you need to remake it and make it so that it is readable. So that is one of the tips that I would give to start that off. The first tip I'm gonna give you guys is the more you apply, the more likely you are to get a job. It is that simple. Just by mathematics, the more jobs you apply for, the higher chance you have of someone reaching back out to you. Like I said, though, you do need those good factors like a good resume and a good cover letter. Because if you have a horrible resume and you apply to all these jobs, they're probably not going to reach back out. But if you have a decent resume that, some will look at, if you apply for 1,000 jobs, you'll get like at least a few interviews. If you get at least a couple interviews, that's at least good. You're getting some sort of recognition for your application. If you're not getting any interviews at all, it's probably your resume / your cover letter. More than likely your resume though, because The resume is what gets read by the ATS system. I'm not sure if cover letters do. They might. They definitely might. But resumes for sure. If you're not getting any interviews, if you are getting interviews and you're not getting the job itself, I would check and see how you're doing on the actual interview process. Maybe record yourself interviewing, something like that, and see how you're talking to the person. Because if you're not passing the interviews and if you're doing that consistently, it's probably how you're either presenting yourself or how you communicate with people. If you can't communicate properly with people or you don't present yourself well, you're not going to get a job. You're not going to have confidence, and they might not think you would be a good fit with their team. A lot of the times, an interview is seeing how you would be with the rest of the already existing team, because that plays a big part in how well you're going to do at the company. So, if you guys are struggling to get into IT, especially getting a job in IT, I'm going to recommend you guys to take the information technology course on Course Careers. Pretty much what it does is the first module will teach you about IT help desk and what it actually is. Then it'll go into some actual introductory IT disciplines, what IT is. And then the third one will get into day-to-day help desk tasks, what you'll be doing every single day in help desk, which will get you ready for the field. And along with that, it'll give you projects for almost every single, not module, but sub-modules pretty much. It'll give you a project for every single thing that you're doing. Once you're done, you get to put all of that on your resume. It has you make a digital portfolio to show to hiring managers, which is a great look if you have a digital portfolio. You also shows you how to make a cover letter and a resume with ATS on it. Along with the ATS resume, it also gives you a strategy to apply to jobs. The job hunt execution is what they call it. And then at the end, when you pass the exam, you get a certificate saying, hey, you completed it. You show that to hiring managers and also have a bunch of projects and experience all on your resume. And not only that, they have testimonies of people who take the course within a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then an IT help desk job right after, if not during, while they're actually taking the course. So if you're interested in the Course Careers IT certificate, the link is in the description down below. You get $50 off if you use that link as well. And you also get the first module for free. So if you don't even know if you want to get into help desk or you're interested in the course, but you're not too sure, there is a free module. So go ahead and try it out, because why not? It is free. And it's something I actually believe in because it helps people get into IT. And that's something that I'm trying to do, help people get into IT as well. So that is all I have for this video on why people are struggling to find an IT help desk job. Comment down below if you're struggling, or if you landed a job recently, maybe give some advice to other people in the comments below. This is James E Tech. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.